There are creatures on this planet that violate the laws of biology. Animals that can survive the vacuum of space, shrimp that punch with the force of a bullet, and create temperatures as hot as the sun. Jellyfish that have discovered the secret to immortality. Scientists call them biological impossibilities. Engineers study them to build better materials, and yet they're all around us. These are the creatures that should not exist, but they do, and some of them are watching you right now. For 3.7 billion years, life on Earth has been an experiment in survival. Through 5 mass extinctions, countless catastrophes, and endless evolutionary pressures, nature has produced some remarkable solutions. But some creatures didn't just adapt. They broke the rules entirely. Today's scientists are discovering animals that can survive without water for decades, withstand radiation 1,000 times stronger than what would kill a human, reverse their own aging process, generate plasma hotter than the surface of the sun, see colors we can't even imagine. These creatures exist in every environment imaginable, from the deepest ocean trenches to the frozen peaks of the Himalayas, from scalding volcanic vents to the cold vacuum of space itself. But the question remains, how is any of this possible? Let's count down the 10 most impossible creatures ever discovered, starting with number 10. In the rainforests of Madagascar, local legend speaks of a demon, a creature with skeletal fingers, massive eyes, and teeth that never stop growing. If it points at you, you're marked for death. The eye is no myth, it's real, and it possesses one of nature's strangest adaptations, that grotesque middle finger. It's not just for show. The eye uses it to tap on trees up to 8 times per second, listening for the hollow spaces where grubs hide beneath the bark. Then using those same fingers, it extracts its prey like a surgeon. Scientists call this percussive foraging. The eye is essentially performing an ultrasound with its fingertips. It's the only primate on Earth with this ability. But here's what makes it truly impossible. That finger is so sensitive, it can detect vibrations through solid wood. It's like having X-ray vision in your fingertips. In Madagascar, they still believe the eye is a harbinger of death. And for the insects it hunts, that's absolutely true. In the warm waters of tropical coral reefs, there lives a 4-inch-long assassin with a punch that defies physics. The Mantis Shrimp can accelerate its club-like appendages at 50 miles per hour in just 0.003 of a second. That's 50 times faster than you can blink. But the punch isn't even the deadliest part. When the Mantis Shrimp strikes, it moves so fast that it causes the water around its club to boil. This creates cavitation bubbles that collapse with enough force to generate a flash of light and a shockwave. So if the first hit doesn't kill you, the shockwave from the boiling water will. Scientists have measured the impact force. It's equivalent to a .22 caliber bullet. This tiny shrimp can shatter aquarium glass with a single strike. It cracks open crab shells like walnuts. And those eyes, they have 16 color receptors. Humans have 3. The Mantis Shrimp can see colors that don't even exist in our vocabulary. Ultraviolet, infrared, polarized light. It sees a world we can't even imagine. The Mantis Shrimp is proof that you don't need to be big to be the most dangerous predator in the ocean. You just need to punch harder than a speeding bullet. If the Mantis Shrimp is a boxer, then the pistol shrimp is a sniper. This 2-inch crustacean has one claw so large it makes up half of its body mass. And that claw? It's a weapon that generates plasma. When the pistol shrimp snaps its claw, it shoots a jet of water at 60 miles per hour. This creates a cavitation bubble that collapses almost instantly, producing a sound that reaches 210 decibels, louder than a gunshot. But here's the impossible part. For a fraction of a second, that bubble reaches temperatures of 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nearly as hot as the surface of the sun. The prey never sees it coming, the bubble explodes, the shock wave stuns or kills the target instantly, and dinner is served. When pistol shrimp form colonies, their constant snapping interferes with submarine sonar. During World War II, submarines would hide in reefs full of snapping shrimp to avoid detection. Nature's perfect camouflage. The pistol shrimp has even formed alliances. It shares its burrow with goby fish, which have better eyesight. The goby acts as a lookout while the shrimp maintains their home. A 2-inch shrimp with a plasma cannon and a fish best friend. Somehow that exists. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear, the most indestructible animal that has ever lived. These microscopic creatures are only 0.5 millimeter long. They waddle on 8 stubby legs. They look adorable, and they're virtually immortal. Tardigrades can survive temperatures of -458 degrees Fahrenheit, near absolute zero, where atomic motion stops temperatures over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to boil water pressure 6 times greater than the deepest ocean trench radiation levels, 1,000 times higher than what would kill a human, and the vacuum of outer space. In 2007, scientists sent tardigrades into low Earth orbit. They were exposed to the vacuum of space and bombarded with solar radiation for 10 days. When they returned returned to Earth, most of them survived. They woke up, shook themselves off, and went back to life as usual. But how? When conditions become deadly, tardigrades expel all the water from their bodies, retract their heads and legs, and form a dried-up ball called a ton. In this state, their metabolism drops to 0.01% of normal. Recent research discovered their secret weapon, a protein called DSA, or damage suppressor. This protein wraps around their DNA like a protective shield, defending against radiation in extreme conditions. Add a drop of water, and the tardigrade springs back to life. Scientists have revived tardigrades that were dormant for over 30 years. If humanity goes extinct, tardigrades will still be here. They've survived all 5 mass extinction events. They're Earth's true survivors, the creatures that absolutely should not exist, but might outlive us all. On the beaches of the Pacific Northwest, there lives a clam that shouldn't exist for multiple reasons. And yes, it looks exactly like what you think it looks like, the geoduck, pronounced gooey duck. It can weigh over 15 pounds and has a siphon, a long, fleshy tube that extends up to 3 feet long. There's no delicate way to put this. It's the most phallic creature in the animal kingdom. But anatomy aside, the geoduck is genuinely remarkable. It burrows up to 3 feet underground, anchors itself in place, and extends its siphon to the surface to filter feed. And then it just stays there for over 160 years. Some geoducks have been carbon dated to 168 years old. They were alive during the American Civil War. They've witnessed the invention of the airplane, television, the internet, and smartphones, all while buried in the same spot in the sand. Scientists study their shells like tree rings to understand historical ocean temperatures and climate patterns. These clams are living climate records, and despite their bizarre appearance, they're one of the most valuable seafood exports in North America. A single geoduck can sell for over $100 in Asian markets. The geoduck, obscene, immortal, and surprisingly lucrative. In the remote swamps of Central Africa, there exists a bird that evolution forgot to erase, the shoebill stork, standing 5 feet tall with an 8-foot wingspan and a bill so large it looks like it's wearing a Dutch clog. Those cold, unblinking yellow eyes, the complete stillness. This is what a velociraptor would look like if it learned patience. The shoebill can stand motionless for hours, completely motionless, waiting, watching. When prey approaches, fish, baby crocodiles, even small turtles, the shoebill strikes with a technique called collapsing. It explodes forward with its entire body weight, that massive bill clamping down with crushing force. The prey never has a chance. And the sounds it makes? Not chirping, not singing. The shoebill claps its upper and lower jaws together to create rapid bursts that sound like machine gun fire. It's how they communicate during nesting season. Shoebills practice brutal natural selection with their own young. If multiple chicks hatch, the mother often lets the weakest one die, focusing all resources on the strongest. Cold, efficient, prehistoric. In 1798, British scientists received a peculiar specimen from Australia, a creature with the bill of a duck, the tail of a beaver, the feet of an otter, and venomous spurs. They thought it was a hoax, a taxidermy prank. They even checked for stitches, but it was real. The platypus defies every rule of mammalian biology. It lays eggs like a reptile. It produces milk like a mammal, but it doesn't have nipples. Instead, milk oozes through specialized skin patches that the babies lick off. That rubbery bill, it's packed with 40,000 electroreceptors. The platypus hunts with its eyes, ears, and nostrils closed. It detects the electrical fields generated by muscle contractions in prey buried under mud. It's essentially hunting with a built-in metal detector. And yes, the males are venomous. Hollow spurs on their hind legs deliver a venom cocktail powerful enough to kill small animals and cause excruciating pain in humans that lasts for weeks. Genetically, the platypus is chaos. Its genome contains genes from birds, reptiles, and mammals. It has 10 sex chromosomes compared to our 2. It's like evolution threw every leftover blueprint into a blender and somehow created something that works. The platypus is proof that nature doesn't follow our rules. It's the biological equivalent of duct tape and spare parts, and it's been thriving in Australia for over 110 million years. If the platypus didn't exist, no scientist would believe it could. In the deepest parts of our oceans, below 3,000 feet where sunlight never reaches, there swims something that looks like it was designed by a horror film director. The goblin shark, with skin so pale it's almost translucent, a blade-like snout protruding from its head, and jaws that can shoot forward like something from the Alien franchise. When the goblin shark detects prey, specialized ligaments allow its jaws to extend outward at incredible speed, snatching fish before they can escape. It's called slingshot feeding, and it's as nightmarish as it sounds. That bizarre bizarre snout, it's covered in electroreceptors called ampullae of Lorenzini, which detect the electrical fields of buried prey. The goblin shark is hunting in complete darkness, sensing the bioelectricity of creatures hiding in the mud. We know almost nothing about these sharks. They've been caught accidentally by deep-sea fishing vessels, but never filmed alive in the wild. Some specimens have been found with their stomachs full of bizarre deep-sea creatures we've never even classified. The goblin shark is what happens when evolution optimizes for survival in the most extreme environment on Earth. No need for camouflage, no need for speed, just weaponized jaws and electrical supersenses. It's proof that the deep ocean is still alien territory. And now, the #1 creature that should not exist, the axolotl, nature's adorable impossibility. Native to the ancient lake system near Mexico City, this foot-long salamander looks like a Pokemon designed by a 6-year-old. Those external gills waving like feathery antennae, that permanent smile, those beady little eyes. But the axolotl isn't cute because of some evolutionary advantage. It's cute because it's biologically frozen in childhood. Most salamanders undergo metamorphosis. They're born in water, develop lungs, lose their gills, and move to land as adults. The axolotl never happens. It reaches sexual maturity while still in its larval form. It remains aquatic its entire life, breathing through those external gills. Scientists call this neoteny, the retention of juvenile features into adulthood. The axolotl is essentially a perpetual child, but here's why it's #1. The axolotl possesses the most advanced regenerative abilities of any vertebrate on Earth. Lose a leg, it grows back in weeks, perfectly, with bones, muscles, nerves, everything. Lose an eye, it regenerates. Damaged spinal cord, repairs itself completely. But the impossible part, the axolotl can regenerate portions of its brain. And not just the tissue, it can regrow functional brain structures with complete memory retention. Scientists have been studying axolotls for decades, trying to understand how they do this. The implications are staggering. Spinal cord injuries, brain damage, organ failure. The axolotl might hold the key to regenerative medicine for humans. But here's the tragedy. Axolotls are critically endangered in the wild. Urban development and pollution have destroyed most of their natural habitat. Today, there are more axolotls in laboratories and aquariums than in nature. The axolotl is living proof that the most powerful abilities in nature often come in the most unexpected packages. A smiling salamander that never grew up and might teach us how to regrow our own damaged bodies. That's why it's #1. 10 creatures, 10 impossibilities, each one defying what we thought we knew about biology, physics, and the limits of life itself. But these aren't just curiosities. These creatures are revolutionizing science. Engineers are studying the Mantis Shrimp's club structure to develop better body armor and aerospace components. The dactyl club's unique composite material absorbs impacts that would shatter man-made materials. The tardigrade's DWP protein is being researched to protect healthy cells during cancer radiation therapy. If we can shield human DNA the way tardigrades do, we might revolutionize treatment. The immortal jellyfish's trans-differentiation abilities are inspiring new approaches to stem cell research and regenerative medicine. Scientists are trying to understand how we might repair damaged organs by convincing cells to transform. The axolotl is the crown jewel of regenerative research. Multiple laboratories worldwide are mapping its genome, studying its cellular mechanisms, trying to unlock the secret of perfect tissue regeneration. And creatures like the goblin shark remind us that Earth's oceans, covering 71% of our planet, remain largely unexplored. NASA has better maps of Mars than we have of our own ocean floor. But discovery brings responsibility. Many of these creatures are endangered. The axolotl, the shoebill, even the immortal jellyfish faces threats from ocean pollution and warming waters. These impossible creatures aren't just scientific marvels. They're teachers. They show us that life is more adaptable, more resilient, and more creative than we ever imagined. They survive conditions that would kill us in seconds. They possess abilities we can barely comprehend. They've been here for millions of years, quietly breaking all the rules. And every time we think we understand the limits of what's possible, nature introduces us to something new, something impossible, something that rewrites the textbooks. The creatures on this list are evidence that we've only scratched the surface. For every impossible animal we've discovered, there are likely dozens more waiting in the deep ocean, the rainforest canopy, or buried in the soil beneath our feet. But here's the sobering truth. We're losing species faster than we can discover them. Climate change, habitat destruction, pollution, these forces threaten the very creatures that might hold the keys to our own survival. The immortal jellyfish might teach us to cure aging if we don't acidify the oceans first. The axolotl might revolutionize medicine if we don't destroy its last habitats. Conservation isn't just about saving cute animals anymore. It's about preserving the biological libraries that contain solutions to humanity's greatest challenges. We started this journey with a simple question. What creatures should not exist? We found shrimp that weaponize plasma, microbears that survive space, jellyfish that cheat death, salamanders that regrow their brains. But maybe we've been asking the wrong question. These creatures don't break the rules of biology. They reveal that our rules were too limited in the first place. For centuries, we thought life required certain conditions: moderate temperatures, oxygen, liquid water, protection from radiation, a finite lifespan. But life doesn't care about our assumptions. It finds a way, it adapts, it evolves solutions we never imagined. The tardigrade proved life can survive in the vacuum of space. The immortal jellyfish proved aging is optional. The axolotl proved we can regrow what we thought was permanent. These 10 creatures aren't anomalies. They're pioneers. They're proof that life's potential exceeds our wildest imagination. And that should fill us with wonder and responsibility. Because somewhere right now, in a rainforest we haven't explored, in an ocean trench we haven't reached, in a cave system we haven't mapped, there's another impossible creature waiting to be discovered. Another biological marvel that will make us question everything we thought we knew. We live on a planet where physics can be weaponized by shrimp, where death can be reversed by jellyfish, and where microscopic bears can survive the apocalypse. The pistol shrimp, the mantis shrimp, the tardigrade, the immortal jellyfish, the geoduck, the shoebill, the platypus, the goblin shark, the axolotl, the eye. These are the creatures that should not exist, but they do, and that changes everything. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Albert Einstein.